6 absolutely bizarre prehistoric animals. Animals used to be pretty darn strange, ranging from elephants with shovel-like faces to something you can't really describe. Do you think the modern world is strange? Oh, kindly. The entire globe would have appeared to be a fever dream to you if you had been alive a few million years earlier. The savage creatures of the prehistoric era have been the subject of a lot of our writing, but we've come to know that the unusual and amazing animals of the past have been all but ignored. It's time to fix those errors. These ex-animals date back to a time when nature was still attempting to determine what kinds of parts organisms should and shouldn't have. 1. Estemmenosuchus. Large therapsid Estemmenosuchus lived about 267 million years ago. If you are unfamiliar with therapsids, they are a class of creatures that gave rise to mammals. Although it is no longer used, they were originally referred to as mammal-like reptiles. Therapsids occasionally have an odd appearance. One such species is Estemmenosuchus. Its name means crowned crocodile in actuality. Can you determine how it earned that name by looking at that face? The rim of Estemmenosuchus's face was adorned with an odd assortment of protrusions that resembled horns. Although it's unclear what they were used for, they might have just been there to lure mates like certain modern horned mammals.
2. The Sollasina Cthuhu. You'll likely recognize Cthulhu if you enjoy horror literature. The ancient deity with a tentacle face that is purported to be resting someplace in the Pacific Ocean is the one from H.P. Lovecraft's tales. The fictitious monster's moniker, Sollasina Cthuhu, is a woman who resembles the creature's facial tentacles that have broken off and taken up a new life. Essentially, this 430-million-year-old object is a mass of tentacles. Although it could be alluring to believe Sollasina is linked to starfish, it is actually a distant relative of sea cucumbers. This odd species, which was only about an inch broad, was searching for food as it crept along the ancient ocean floor. Whatever your opinion, we applaud sea cucumbers for choosing to have fewer tentacles. 3. Opabinia. Another visitor from Longisquama oceans is Opabinia. It was roughly 3 inches long and lived about 505 million years ago. We've ran out of ways to convey things at that point. Opabinia is the animal that most closely resembles an alien species. It could seize objects and cram them into its mouth using a strange flexible proboscis that protruded from its face. Additionally, Opabinia's mouth was facing backward and was located under its head, thus the tube truly needed to be flexible. Like the majority of other ancient and modern arthropods, it too possessed 5 eyes and no carapace. The only explanation for Opabinia is that a really inebriated prehistoric lobster spent the night with a weird worm. That's the best we can do, at least. 4. Adalatherium. The word Adalatherium means mad beast in Latin. That alone ought to explain what to expect from this about 66-million-year-old badger-like creature. Adalatherium is peculiar in that none of its components seem to fit together. Its skeleton's remarkably good preservation is puzzling. Its front legs are similar to a badger's in that they are under the body and appear to be useful for digging. However, the robust, muscular rear legs spread out to the sides like a lizard's do. Scientists have no idea how this monster managed to walk the teeth of Adalatherium or another. Even the most renowned paleontologists are baffled by why they are the way they are. So there isn't much we can say about them. Because there isn't a better explanation, let's simply claim that Adalatherium had teeth unlike those of any other animal, living or dead. There isn't really anything we can say when even the specialists describe an animal as strange. 5. Longisquama. A little reptile called Longisquama lived about 200 million years ago. Except for what you see on its back, its body is largely unremarkable. Longisquama made the strange decision to sprout a number of hockey sticks from its spine. Its back was covered in 6 to 8 pairs of long, scale-like structures. Nobody is really sure what the purpose of the strange, lengthy scales was. We only know that they had a hollow vein in the middle, similar to that of a bird feather. 6. Platybelodon. With their large ears and trunk, elephants already have an odd appearance. However, some of their ancestors, such as Platybelodon, appear downright absurd. Simply observe it. Its own shovel is protruding from its mouth. Platybelodon was once thought to have lived in marshes and harvested aquatic vegetation with the help of its peculiar lower jaw. However, a closer examination of its dumb buck teeth has shown that it might have instead utilized them to sweep leaves and bark off of trees. We're sorry, Platybelodon. We don't intend to mock you. It's just so simple because of you.